Have you started your revision part? I hope the detailed instructions would have helped you. So has everyone started importing, either importing day 11.1 or your own if you are working parallelly in the morning half? And I have given you in detail that these are the five or six, whatever, testers. And here you are supposed to play with the session API once you try save, persist, merge, save, or update. So are you let me know so that I'll know where you are. Are you revising day 11.1 or you have done or where you are like? Can you please answer that? You're still doing this revision? Okay. So 11.2 is the basic, the thing which we will continuing. You are yes revising. Okay, then let me not disturb you. So please feel free to ask any doubt, anything you want me to revise from this, any code sample you have not understood, not the tester part. You know what I mean is the DAO and the whatever you have any question, feel free to ask. And then once you have completed, do let me know. I will help you if you require. Already we have discussed it in the theory session, so you can start solving. And actually I should have altered the flow, you know. And the last thing is you import this day 11.2, which after you allow me, we will discuss this together. This I'm definitely going to revise because some of you are already dropped off from the call. And then we are going to solve all these objectives with one-to-many bidirectional association. So complete your revision. Let me know. We'll discuss the rest.
हॅलो
If you
मॅम.
have any- Yeah, yes, please tell me.
मॅम ते रीड फाईलचं जे होतं ना,
काय कुठलं रीड फाईल?
रीड इमेज सेव्ह इमेज केलं होतं ना.
you mean?
हा रिस्टोर इमेज, सॉरी.
हा, बोल.
तर त्याचे ते डॉक्युमेंटेशन समजले नव्हते. तुम्ही पटपट ओपन केले होते ना, तर ते समजले नाही.
हा तर
एकदा सांगता का?
येस आय टेल यू. ते सिक्वेन्स वर टुडे सिक्वेन्स त्याच्या स्टेप्स दिल्या आणि तिथे जस्ट लुक फॉर रिस्टोर इमेज. सेव्ह इमेजचं कळलंय रोहित?
नाही मॅम.
हा मग सेव्ह इमेज आधी
सेव्ह
कळलं
इमेजच विचारायचं होतं मला बेसिकली.
तू रिस्टोर म्हणालास त्यामुळे मग
सॉरी.
एनिवे नाही म्हणजे मला कळला पाहिजे ना प्रश्न की काय व्हॉट शुड आय एक्सप्लेन. सो व्हॉट वी आर डिस्कसिंग इज saving and restoring images to the database. So the write-up is all given here, but I would suggest you open the what is it called, tester, and we will discuss it thoroughly. So guys, I'm making a request. If anyone has any question regarding saving and restoring images, join me now so I don't have to explain the same things 10 times. So this one, Rohit, open the tester, save image. First, we are going to trace it in the top down manner. So initial part is all easy. So requirement is clear or not? We have already inserted the user details except his or her image. So we are going to accept the name of the image file and assign that image to the user. Are you clear so far? This one, Rohit?
Yes, ma'am.
Requirement is clear. Okay. So what we are taking inputs are two inputs, email and the name of the file. And why we have this? Because the file name path can have the white spaces. So now this one, control click. So you have to do it in this manner. And whatever you don't understand is already written in a sequence. So initializing the message to some failed thing. And here is JPQL clear to anyone and everyone who is listening, or to Rohit basically?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is clear. So it is going to return you how many records at the most? One or multiple?
One.
Exactly one record. So rest of the things, is the boilerplate code at least clear? Getting the session, beginning the transaction?
Yes, ma'am. I have doubt in 238, line number 238.
No, I can't jump in between. I have to do it in a sequential manner. So first, you are checking whether there is a user by email. Get single result will throw you the exception if you are given an invalid email. So the moment it comes here, that means user by that email exists. Here we are, what do you say? Now you are validating the file name. So here I'm checking, is there an existing file at all? So now at this point, at this line, which two things we have confirmed, Rohit? User also exists and file also exists. So start solving it from left to right. Or okay, let me do it in the inner to outer. So start answering me. What is this? File class instance. Okay. Now this is only one method you just have to read. Just take a cursor there and read it. It's that as easy as that. So the name of the file, see the name of the file. What it says is read file to byte array. Means what? This method will automatically read the contents of the file and convert it into binary array. This was the one of the easy ones. So in goes the name of, in goes the file class instance. And what is it going to return? Tell me. Rohit, answer.
Byte array,
Which array? No, give me a full answer. Byte array. But
byte
byte array
array.
corresponds to what? The binary data which we have stored in the image file. And that you are giving as the argument to set image. So you are setting this byte array to this user. But now tell me, this user is what? Persistent or transient or detached or removed? What is the state of the
Persistent,
user here? Persistent.
persistent.
So you have changed the property of the persistent Pojo. So who will perform what and when? Hibernate will perform the automatic dirty checking. It will find that image property has been modified, and that is where it will automatically fire the update query. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear completely? Okay, go ahead. You just have to take the cursor or the method and the description pops up. Or on day 9 help, I've given you file utils API. So you can read that and understand more if you want.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're most welcome.
Hello,
Yes, Srinivas, tell me.
ma'am, वो database से means query select star from user table किया तो unlimited time में जा means
मैंने कितनी
image
बार
डाला
बोला अरे श्रीनिवास you should be paying attention more. This is not expected from you. After you add the huge binary data, how can you say select star? वो सभी byte array दिखाएगा. So अभी मत बोलो. So you just say select some projected columns, email and all. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
yes.
Image वहां पे पड़ा है, तो image binary array में पड़ा है. So don't say select star. It will blow up the ID, not ID. What is that? MySQL command line. How can
Yes.
you read the binary data in that manner? So say select email ID and all. Don't choose the image column. समझा या नहीं समझा?
Yes, ma'am, got it.
I said that multiple times in the classroom theory session.
It's
If I do it, same thing is going to happen to me. So we have to be smart enough not to do that. For example, if I do a mistake like this, users table, of course the whole binary array is going to display. This is your byte array. This is your binary array. Who wants to show it in this manner? So never say after adding the image such things. Don't make such a mistake. Wherever you get stuck, involve me. and tell me if anything is not clear from the code.
Hello?
Yes, Swapni.
Ma'am, I'm getting a error in update query. Can
Okay, you
share
want to share screen?
Yes.
Yeah, share. Integer and double. Just go down and let's see the line number. Console double click करो. Yeah, एक second. Internal query, हाँ. This thing, line user.impl.java 383. अरे वहां पे लाइन नंबर दिखा रहा है ना स्वप्नील, खालती जाते ह्याच्यात कन्सोल मध्ये. हा, तिथे क्लिक कर. करेक्ट. इथे तो एरर आहे. तिथेच केलायस का तू? ओके, ठीक आहे. आला चेक. डबल क्लिक कर आता. 383 ला एरर येतोय. ओके, सेशन डॉट क्रिएट करी. लेट मी सी. हा, एक सेकंड थांब. अपडेट युजर यू सेट registration amount is equal to registration amount minus where u dot registration date this thing. हा, u dot user role customer नाही, customer is a string के लिए. This one, what is it? 376. user role काय customer type नाहीये, तो customer enum आहे, ते काढून टाक आणि से colon rl. string थोडीच आहे customer. user role हा string आहे का enum आहे सांग? It's an enum, right? हा, so just say colon. नाही, कोलन म्हण ना तिथे, कोलन इन पॅरामीटर रे, कोलन रोल किंवा असं काहीतरी. नाही, यू डॉट युजर रोल इक्वल टू पाहिजे ना. हा, आणि तिकडे सुद्धा सगळं युनिफॉर्मली करा. यू डॉट आरईजी अमाऊंट कर, म्हणजे सगळीकडे आहे तरी वापरा किंवा नका वापरू. त्या फर्स्ट पेपर पार्ट ऑफ इट, काही काही फरक पडत नाही, पण इट डझंट लुक, क्वेरी डझंट लुक प्रोफेशनल. यू डॉट सगळीकडे एलियासच वापर, आणि तिकडे पण त्यांनी फरक पडत नाही. यू डॉट युजर रोल मुळे मोस्टली प्रॉब्लेम होता. आणि आता सेट पॅरामीटर झाले, डिस्काउंट ठीक आहे, डेट ठीक आहे, आणि एक कर त्याच्यात. आता त्याच्यानंतर एक्झिक्यूट अपडेटच्या आधी डॉट सेट पॅरामीटर, नाही ते बरोबर आहे. त्याच्यानंतर हा, त्याच्या आधी सेट पॅरामीटर आर एल पॅरामीटर नेम, आणि ते हे दुसरं हे दे ना, युजर रोल का काय आपल्या रोल ह्याचं इनम आहे, इनमचं नाव रोल आहे आय गेस. रोल डॉट कस्टमर. इनमचं नाव आर फक्त कॅपिटल आहे. रोल डॉट कस्टमर. कस्टमर पाहायचे आहेत ना आपल्याला, फक्त कस्टमर्स हवेत ना. सो यू आर गिव्हिंग दॅट एज अ स्ट्रिंग. ठीक आहे. आय थिंक, एक मिनिट हा. इफ अपडेट काउंट इज इक्वल टू 0 अप्लाय डिस्काउंट. ठीक आहे, फाउंड वगैरेची गरज नव्हती. एनिवे, कर आता रन, परत एकदा रन करून बघ. म्हणजे हा दिस वॉज वन ऑफ द प्रॉब्लेम्स. तर बाकीचं माहिती नाही. अजूनही येतच आहे. ओके, अजून एखादी एरर आहे, पण ही पण एरर होतीच. परत क्लिक कर त्याच्यावर. आता डबल कुठेतरी हे केलंयस तू. त्याला एरर हे काय दिलंय, इंट डिस्काउंट नाही, डबल डिस्काउंट होतं ना. ते इंट डिस्काउंटचे ते डबल डिस्काउंट कर वरती, लाईन नंबर 373 ला. डिस्काउंट व्हॅल्यू डबल. सगळीकडे आपली, माझी तिकडे रजिस्ट्रेशन अमाऊंट डबल आहे, आणि पास करताना डबल पास कर. आणि तिकडे टेस्टर आहे ना, टेस्टर मध्ये पण उघड, आपला डिस्काउंट राहील तिथे सुद्धा. एससी डॉट नेक्स्ट डबल. सगळीकडे झालं ना डबल. आता करून बघ परत एकदा. कॉपी केले असतं आर्ग्युमेंट तरी चाललं असतं, सो दॅट यू डोंट हॅव टू टाईप. झालंय का? सिलेक्ट स्टार करून चालत नाही. आता जी इमेज आहे ना, ते बघ कसा डेटा येतोय. हा, सिलेक्ट फक्त तेवढा आयडी ईमेल करायला हवं होतं.
2 दिसतायत आपल्याला.
पण डेटाबेस मध्ये पाहिलं कसं कळेल? तू काय करशील, अरे साधी क्वेरी कर ना. सिलेक्ट, आता तो गेला का, सिलेक्ट काय तुझं ते आयडी काहीतरी, सिलेक्ट आयडी कॉमा ईमेल. सिलेक्ट स्टार म्हणू नकोस ना. हँग झालं का मायस्क्यूएल? हँग होतं, म्हणूनच म्हणलंस किती वेळा सांगितलं की सिलेक्ट स्टार करू नका. एनिवे, यू कॅन चेक. आता चेक कर नंतर तुझं. आता मी करून दिलं तुला, फक्त मिस्टेक काढून दिली आहे, तर हे कर. नाही, तिथे स्टार हे आला, तुझा पहिला स्टार आलाय.
तो जातच नाही.
एनिवे, तू एक्झिट करून कर नंतर.
हो,
आलेत ना डिस्काउंट, झालेत ना. ठीक आहे.
हो.
तुझा 2 प्रॉब्लेम्स होता. एक तर इंट वर्सेस डबल इश्यू होता, त्यामुळे तुला इलिगल कास्टिंगचा एरर येत होती. आणि दुसरा म्हणजे तो युजर रोल जो होता तो स्ट्रिंग लावत होता, तो इनम म्हणून पास करायचा. ठीक आहे. इन्स्ट्रक्शन. Yes, Ankit, definitely. I'm waiting for everyone to finish 11.1 ka revision and then I will take it. Just to give you the immediate answer, answer one question, Ankit, so that you will not feel like confused. Are we developing a unidirectional relationship or bidirectional? Bidirectional means what? From course, you should be able to access student details and students say course detail. So if you don't add course as a data member in student, how will you be able to access course details? That is the reason. One word answer, bidirectional इसके लिए. Understood me? Got it or not got it? It's not acting as a foreign key. It is for bidirectional association. Internally, Hibernate will map it as a foreign key. Let's say. So don't think about this thing at all. I told you, ki don't think in database and all that. If just go back to core Java, and if I say give me two entities yani classes which has bidirectional association, how will you do it? In one class you will add the reference of other one, and in that other class you will add the reference of the first one. Utna hi kiya hai, that way. So later it maps to foreign key in database world, that is Hibernate's doing. But the basic answer was bidirectional association karna tha, isliye.
हेलो मैम, शुभम हियर.
Just a second. हाँ बोलो.
मॅम थोडं जुन्या याच्यावर आहे क्वेश्चन, कोअरवर आहे. तर
हा.
जे जावा हाय परफॉर्मन्स देते मॅम, JIT जे जावा
Just
इन
in
टाइम,
time compiler.
तर त्याचं मॅम म्हणजे कसं हाय परफॉर्मन्स देते ते वाचत होतो मी
आपण
काल.
केलंच नाहीये JVM आर्किटेक्चर. तू पूर्वी सुद्धा विचारलं तर मी तेव्हाही तुला सांगितलेलं आहे. JVM आर्किटेक्चर झालेलं नाही अजून आपलं. So at that time I'll answer that.
ओके
Okay.
मॅम.
I've sent some, I have already shared in the first few days something readme JITs and all that. So you
Yes,
can
yes.
read that much. आणि जेव्हा whenever I take JVM architecture, at that time ask me. Okay. So right now we are not doing that JVM architecture. There are 2-3 topics which I have not taken in core Java, which I plan to do on the maybe last day or second last day. All exam topics I cover in one particular day. So that time I'll be covering. Okay. And let me check our help files. I think I have given that. Let me see, because this one, yeah. Who was it? Shubham. On core Java help, D1 help, readmes में readme JIT करके दिया है. So read that if you want to read before that. Okay. Core Java help, D1 help, readme में readme JIT है. Okay. So before I discuss, if you want to read on your own, you definitely read that. That's what I was thinking. I have given, but not yet discussed.
हॅलो.
Yeah, tell me.
अपडेट काउंट तर एक्झिक्यूट क्वेरी मध्ये एक जास्त मिळतोय, म्हणजे एक फाउंड झाला तर मग 2 येतोय काउंट असं प्रत्येक ह्याच्यात.
अरे जितके रेकॉर्ड्स अपडेट होणार तितका अपडेट काउंट येणार ना.
नाही,
What
एक
are you
जास्त
talking
येतोय
about?
त्याच्यात.
त्याच्यापेक्षा एक जास्त येतोय असं म्हणतोयस
हो.
का? म्हणजे जितके अपडेट होतात त्याच्या +1 येतोय का?
हो.
ओके ओके. एक सेकंड, आय एम इन द मिडल ऑफ समथिंग. 2 सेकंद. शेअर कर स्क्रीन परत.
इथे 5 पाहिजे होते, जे 2005 च्या पुढचेच आहेत सगळे. मग एक ऍडमिन सोडून बाकीचे 1 2 3 4 5.
एकच मिनिट. काय केलं तू? ग्रेटर दॅन केलंस का? एकच मिनिट मी बघते क्वेरी. थांब जरा सपली. रजिस्ट्रेशन डेट गेट ग्रेटर अँड रोल इक्वल टू क्वेश्चन मार्क. तर हे सगळे तुझे 5 आहेत बरोबर. 1 2 3 4 5. मला जरा हे एकच मिनिट. अपडेट युजर्स टेबल सेट REG अमाउंट is equal to whatever where registration date is greater than this and role is equal to question mark. मला जरा हे दाखव, तुझी क्वेरी दाखव परत. म्हणजे हा अपडेट ती दाखव. खालती घे. हा यू डॉट युजर रोल इक्वल टू दिस आणि वी हॅव सेट द कस्टमर ॲज दिस रोल डॉट कस्टमर. आणि एक सेकंद दाखव मला परत जरा डेटाबेस उघड. ऍडमिनचं अपडेट होतोय का नाही होतंय? बाय चान्स ऍडमिन होत
नाही,
नाही.
ऍडमिन नाही होते अपडेट.
900चं 900च राहिलाय. कितीने केलं होतंस? 200 केलं होतंस का?
हो.
ओके ठीक आहे ठीक आहे. म्हणजे चुकीचं निदान क्वेरी फायर होतीये, फक्त अपडेट काउंट रिटर्न तुला हे होतोय.
हो.
एकच मिनिट बघते. इंट अपडेट काउंट एक्झिक्यूट अपडेट this found this customers. नाही व्हायला पाहिजे फ्रँकली.
तो प्रत्येक केस मध्ये होतं, म्हणजे मी ऍडमिनचा समजा सपोज ऍड होऊन होत असेल तर मी मग याच्या पुढची डेट पण देऊन
नाही
बघितली.
मी सांगितलं ना व्हायला नाही पाहिजे. सो आय हॅव टू चेक. आय चेक. तू रन करून दाखव मला क्वेरी. आता दुसरा काहीतरी डेटा देऊया. रन कर आपण दुसरा एखादा. आधी मला तुझा डेटाबेसचा डेटा दाखव.
मॅम रिया कस्टमर आहे की ऍडमिन आहे ते पण चेक करावं लागेल ना. केलाय
ना त्याने. आम्ही केलं ना मगाशी हे
रोल सेट केला होता.
रोल सेट केला ना मगाशी. तेच बघितलं ना. ऍडमिनचं नाही होतं अफेक्ट. त्याचं तेच दॅट इज व्हॉट वी डिड इझिली. एक मिनिट. दिस वन हु इज इट? स्वप्नील. एक 2015 नंतरची डेट टाकतो. म्हणजे आपल्याला काय काय दिसलं पाहिजे. 31 डिसेंबर 2015 टाक. म्हणजे आपल्याला 2016 आय थिंक देयर इज अ +1 पण मला ते बघायला लागेल. म्हणजे आय एम नॉट रिअली दिस. 2015 31 डिसेंबर म्हणजे 12 12 31. हा
4 कस्टमर्स.
4 ऍक्च्युली 3च आले पाहिजे होते ना. I'll just check it at my end and come back to you.
ओके.
पण डोंट वेस्ट टू मच टाइम. फक्त अपडेट काउंटचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. गो ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट वन. ठीक आहे.
हो.
यू कॅन स्टॉप शेअरिंग.
हा मॅम, ते रियामुळे होतोय प्रॉब्लेम. ते मी
कशामुळे?
रियाचं रेकॉर्ड दाखवत नाहीये ना याच्यात. वेर नेम नॉट इक्वल टू रिया.
Oh, okay.
हा.
Okay, somebody was saying something properly. मी तेच म्हटलं की API should not make mistake. कळली ना तुला तुझी?
हो.
Thanks. Somebody was trying to help us and we ignored his help.
ते
I'm
समजलंच
sorry.
नाही.
कोणतरी म्हणत होतं की रिया नाहीये त्याच्यात. ठीक आहे. कंटिन्यू. पण रोल बेस्ड नव्हता. आय थिंक whoever was suggesting was also not completely this. तर रोलचा प्रॉब्लेम नव्हता. तुझ्या क्वेरीचा प्रॉब्लेम होता.
हा, मी रियाला
Come on,
एक्सप्लोर केलं
don't
होतं.
waste time like this. You have a lot of things to revise for more than that.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक आहे. कंटिन्यू. नो प्रॉब्लेम. म्हणजे मला गरज नाही बघायची. Guys, finish it in good time. So we will have some time together. I need at least 1 full hour to spend with you in order to take you ahead with the relationships. So you are supposed to finish it in good time. So we will have enough time together. Otherwise, tomorrow will be very crazy hectic. I have just given you 2 questions. So it should not take you too much time at all. One is bulk update, one is bulk delete. Finish it fast and let me know. There is Ankit. I keep saying that all the time, but not now in Spring Boot. You'll learn something in Lombok library later, and there you'll have that. Not now. So continue generating getters setters currently. Done with the revision? Yeah, so I can see some of you telling me. The rest of you, are you okay if we continue with the associations and relationships, or does anyone require more time? Everyone is okay with that? Okay, great. So let me just share the entire screen. Okay. So, guys, I'm telling you, the first basic half, including blob handling and all, you have done. And later also, it's not like you can't ask me the questions on the basic half later. But now I want to devote the remaining 1.5 hours, whatever your patience level is. We will completely devote to one to many, many to one bidirectional association. So let me talk about the requirement. Okay, let me go properly. Here, what I'll suggest is, we had started creating that day 11.2. So has everyone got day 11.2 with them? Basic instructions. Has everyone got it? Okay. So can you just check quickly? Is the Hibernate configuration XML representing your username and password so that later you won't have any issues? Done the checking? It is correct. Very good. Now open the sequence document. I like to write things in the sequence. So we are definitely entering your advanced part. And as I said multiple times, one to many, many to one, bidirectional. Later, for project help, I'll give you one to many never performs well. I mean optimal, but many to one also is another option. But different options, different time. So start answering question. We'll recap and we'll continue also. So here, when you say we are building a relationship between course and a student, which is one side and which is many side. Simple question, simple answers. I want more and more of you to respond so that, so that it becomes easy. It becomes interesting. I said, which is one side and which is many side. Course is the one side. There is an arrow and all. And student is a many side. Means what? Can you have multiple students enrolled in one course? Yes, that is what we are building. But can one student take multiple courses in my domain model in our ER? Answer is no. That example will be many to many later. So 100% clear. Now, here, there are certain terms you should know. So have I written that? Yeah. So here, okay. So one side and many side, everyone clear. But which is parent side and which is a child side of the association? Parent which side and the course which side? Everyone has full clarity. Parent side is course. Since student cannot exist without a course, everything what I wanted to say is written here and I'll modify if I want to mention something else. So course, parent side, student, child side. Still clear? Now slightly for a minute, go to the database world and here everyone can visualize this tables rather. So where will you add the foreign key? Always in the many side, as in the child side or in the parent side. Where will you add? Many side is equal to child side. All clear? So here, read this. Okay, forget the annotation. Here, I'll say this. Actually, I'll not forget. I mean, this is an important statement. But let me say this verbally. The student side will contain the foreign key. So now there are a couple of terms here. A couple of terms means there are two terms. One is called as the owning side of the association. And the other one in a bidirectional one. See, if it is a unidirectional, you just have the owning side. But in the bidirectional one, you have the non-owning side. If you don't understand the terms, when I start telling you the annotations and the attributes such as mapped by and all, you will never understand. So these terms have to be clear. Which is the non-owning, the other term is inverse side of the association. Okay, so I'll tell you. The owning side is the one which contains the foreign key. So naturally, which is the owning side of the association, guys? Student side, which is your child. Okay, so this is your student side, and which is the inverse, non-owning, where the foreign key column will not appear, course. So put it all together. Course is the one side of association, parent side, and the non-owning is equal to inverse side. And student is the many side, child side of the association and the owning side of the association. Survived these three terms? I mean, understood so far? Okay. So now let me take you to Java world. Forget Hibernate, forget database, forget everything. Forget that we have to relate it to database. Just forget it for some time, and just go to core Java where we did not know about any databases and all that. And if I ask you, just give me, stop thinking about foreign keys and primary keys and whatever. Just tell me, I want to have a has a. If somebody was saying is a and all, please, that is a shocker. What kind of relationship can exist between course and a student? Is a, has a, or uses a? Like core Java, I'm asking you. Of course, has a. Everyone understands it? Association. And today I'm showing you example of a aggregation. Tomorrow, composition. So course has a single student or collection of students. Keep answering. Collection of students. And student has a single selected course, single chosen course, or collection of courses. Okay. So I'm saying things very slowly because I know it is an involved topic. Okay. So now, if I want to just map this as one-to-many, what will appear in the course Pojo, as in course.java, collection of students property. And because people were asking me, what should, okay, sorry. So if I add only that, I'll repeat the last statement. If I just add the collection of student property in the course, from where to where you will be able to navigate. Choices are C to S or S to C. I mean, course to student or student to course. Understood or not? Course to student. Because in student, I don't have any idea for a course. But I want to show you today a bidirectional association where I can find out the student details from course and course details from student. So in course, we added the collection of student. So now what should I add in the student class? Don't think in foreign keys where we are talking about this. We are not this thing. So course reference. Don't say course ID. If you are telling me course ID, I'll say you are still thinking in database. Stop thinking in database. Just think in the object world. And like I advertise Hibernate, Hibernate is the one who is going to solve this impedance mismatch. Impedance mismatch means difference in the thing. So let Hibernate, what is it called? Map this course reference to foreign key, but that is ahead of time. So everyone understands it. In course, expect to see collection of students. In student, expect to see a single course reference. 100% understood so far? Okay. So this is, I'm telling you, unless until your core Java is good, I mean your object concepts or OOPS concepts are clear, you cannot understand Hibernate because you will never understand how it is mapping it and all. Okay. So that was one thing. Now, soon we are going to have courses, students, address, projects, etc. So should we be adding this ID column, ID property in all entities, or is it better to declare it once? Obvious question, of course, once. So is there any way to apply inheritance in Hibernate? Answer is yes. Tell me, what is the annotation we use for a superclass from which all the subclasses, all the entities will be derived, plus that superclass will not have any table? Answer is map superclass. Okay, so this is a revision and going ahead. So I hope everyone is good with, already done with this. Control-Shift-W. I'll tell you only open that and then I'll quickly take you ahead after doing the thorough revision. So here, tell me, what will be the, okay, sorry. Which is the annotation which is missing here at entity? So here, is this an entity or is this a common superclass for all the entities? It is a common superclass. Will there be any table generated for this particular base class? If you want to remove this and call it as a base class, I'm fine. Of course not. And just take the cursor. When I tell you guys, in interviews, maximum thing they grill you about is annotation, because they check whether you have just copy pasted it from somewhere or whether you understand it. So you're not copy pasting, understanding. So designates a class whose mapping information is applied to the entities that inherit from it, which could be student, address, books, authors, n number of things, and it does not have a separate table. So we have got our job done. So I've given you in a simple comment form to tell JPA as in Hibernate that it is a base class, common superclass for all the entities, and don't generate any table for it. So today you will say, why so many efforts? This is just a startup, guys. So here I have collected the common property ID, which has to be present in all entities, and declared it once. And when we start generating all our entities, we'll simply extend from this base entity, which doesn't have a corresponding table. So what is the advantage? Will I have to write all these lines of codes all over again or not required? 100% not required. So tell me, I'm going in very baby steps. Is this base entity class and map superclass annotation fully clear? Okay, so this is one example of how Hibernate applies inheritance in the database. It doesn't create any table. So this is one of this. Now please open the parent side. So we had created, but we had to finish, stop because already it was too late. So please open course. And as you can see, I have not even added any annotation. So it is like your ordinary Java class. It's not even given to Hibernate for mapping. So extends base entity, I think clear. All these fields should be also clear. So what does this data member tell you? If I comment this, can you access the students from the course? Never. So you can add if you want to establish. I've already given this. So give a this thing, what do you say, representation. So this is your course side, which is one side, and add the association. So, and it is currently we don't know whether it is bidirectional at all, but it is multiple students, and this. You understand it? It is your typical ER diagram syntax. So one to many seen from the course side. Understood? And one of the easiest collection it supports all over is list. So I added that. So now, why did we initialize it? Just a programmer tip coming all the way from given thing. So if you don't add it, and if you forget to initialize it in one of the constructors, you'll start getting a null value, null pointer. So this is also a recommendation. Write the comment. So all these are your project tips, guys. Because you are in so much hurry at the time of project configuration and all, you will forget these small tips. So I'm putting it comment. Always initialize the collection to empty one. Empty collection. Don't keep it null. These are all the good programming practices coming all the way from the founder of Hibernate. So that is it. Understood this statement? Anytime you feel lost, tell me. Wrapper class. Which wrapper class you want to use, Ragini? Did not understand you at all. Please explain. Am I not using? Kahan pe? I didn't understand you at all. Double. Oh. Here you are saying, give me always a line number to talk to you or to understand you with this thing. Here, is this this thing ID property, Ragini? Is courses fees is ID? Have I made a mistake in the base entity? Sorry. Oh, no, I think you are confused. Hello, the ID property has to be serializable. The fees property is not a primary key, not ID. I think you are confused. Yeah. Okay. So keep asking me questions. I can answer it very, very quickly, and your confusion will be, I'll try to remove your confusion. Okay. So are we all good? So from course, I can definitely find the student details. And what we did is we just generated getters, setters, and a toString, another this thing here. These are all the important tips, and I can't take a credit. Anything and everything is taken from Giving Things book. So another tip is never I'm making a strong statement. Never add association fields. Which is association field here? Sometimes my English can be confusing. Which is association field? Let me ask you. ID, title, date, fees, capacity, students. Which is that association field? Student. Okay, so we are on the same track. So here example, students. Never ever add association fields in the toString. I'll tell you, and you will see we have experience of looking at so many projects and so many students earlier, so we are cautioning you. If you just blindly generate the toString, of course it will have students property, and when you go to student class and blindly generate toString, it will have a course. So tell me, what will happen in that case? A recursion, classic recursion. Remember my words. I mean, don't remember as it, I understand this. If you get a recursion, check your toString and correct it immediately. Understood why you will get recursion? Students ka toString is calling courses toString and courses toString is calling students toString. You will say that it's such a dumb thing to do. People end up doing that, trust me on that, and people waste a lot of nights or whatever hours on it. So never add the association field in toString. Take it as a ground rule for your own health, for your own this. So accordingly we have done, we are not adding. Last question. I mean, not last, but okay. So tell me, suppose soon we are going to launch a new course, create a new course object. And from that, if I want to find out the student details, how will I do it? Simple question, simple answer. Suppose I have launched a course, let's say Java. Okay. And I want to find out who all has enrolled in my course. How to find it? I want an API, I want a method that this is the method you'll use. Yes, please. A getter. Absolutely correct. I just, sometimes I have to check whether we are on the same page. You will simply say, suppose C is the course reference, C.getStudents. It will give you a list, attach a for each, and display the details. Still still getting me, still all good. So right now, till now, I have not even come to the database where I have added any annotations and all. So be in the object world. Now let us move over to this thing. Okay, what I'll do is I'll give the short description. So of this course, this is your one side of the association. See, after you learn one relationship, one to many, many to one in a completely inside out manner, then one to one and many to many becomes so easy. First relationship is always difficult. You know that, what I mean. Ignore. So one side of the association, and what else it is? It is a parent side. And the other thing is what? It is the inverse side. Why I'm saying it is inverse side? Non-owning side, because this doesn't have a foreign key. Later, when we relate it to database, this will be mapped to courses table, which will never have the foreign key. Okay, done. Now move on to many side. I'm not yet applied the annotations, that we will do last. So move on to the student side. Start answering the questions fast. So here, tell me. Let's identify. Now I don't. Okay, you keep it or you don't keep it. It's okay. Like so. Now give me the answers. You also keep adding. After a while, I'll send you this, so you'll have comments and all. How will you describe student? Is it one side or many side? Many side of the association. Association is equal to has a. Don't even go to is a and uses a. Many side of the association. This is what? What is it called? Parent side or child side? Child side. And is it a owning side or inverse side? Owning side. Why owning side? Later, when I map it to Hibernate, when I use JPA annotations, will contain later the foreign key referencing to primary key of your course ID. Referencing to primary key of the courses table. Oh, sorry. Okay, so now let's add. Let's identify. Student is also going to be created as entity. So of course it is a base end. I mean, it is an entity and more. So I just added few data members. I always take this example for a beginner because it is easy to understand. Name and email. And tell me, look at this. So tell me, if you comment this line and comment all those getters, what kind of a relationship will it be? Unidirectional or bidirectional? Of course, unidirectional. From where to where you will be able to navigate? C to S. But from where to where you won't be able to navigate? Student to course. 100% with me? So we wanted to build a bidirectional association. So naturally, what should be the additional this for mapping? A bidirectional association, so that one can, I'm writing essays literally, so that one can find out the courses details. What is that? Chosen courses details. Details from this thing. What is it? From student. So you have to add that. So here, what kind of association are we talking about? So now I'm talking about student, or okay, I'll keep the relationship same. I mean, size same. So are we going here from course to student or student to course? Student to course. Are you understanding the arrows? And the one and many part is the same. So multiple students opting for same course. Are we good here? So this is your the many to one side. I'm saying this so many times because you are going to see in a couple of minutes those annotations at the rate one to many, at the rate many to one, etc. Okay, that's why the whole efforts. And everyone understands why only one singular and not a list, because it's multiple students opting for one course. They cannot go for multiple courses. And just check, yeah, we got the getters and setters done. So as far as object model is concerned, object model means object relationships are concerned. Fully clear? We have not yet mapped it to database, as you know. Okay. So now let us start mapping from, you can start mapping from anywhere, but it is always a easier one to map it from child and then go to parent. So we are already in the child side. So basic annotations you already know. So tell me, which is the annotation to tell Hibernate whatever follows is an entity? It is a at entity. This part you know, we have spent last 2-3 days on that. If I don't supply any table name, what will be the default table name? Student, which I don't want. So just change this at table. All this you know, so I'm going to go fast over this. Something, students table. Any this you can give. Okay, and is that it? Yes. And here, if I want to curtail, so let's say okay, so at column, and I can just say you know this length equal to, let's say 20, and here as usual email will add the unique constraint. If I make a mistake, tell me immediately. Is that good? So this is fine. So far so good. I mean, I have not said anything which is new. Are the annotations done? They just make sure that you are taking all of them from JPA package, which is javax.persistence. And now you'll realize every time irritatingly, you don't have to say at ID, at generated value and all that. We have done it once and forget about it types. You let me know when you are done. The basic ones. The real one is here. Okay. Yes. So now the like you know, the actual one is here. So now understand the point. Now you can start thinking in primary keys, or primary keys already done, foreign keys and all. So if you want to relate this to database, see on one side you have object side, on other side you have got a database. So in object side, I have already done the association mapping. But how to tell Hibernate that this is the many side of the association pointing to one side? There are exactly 4 annotations. So where are my 4 annotations? Okay, so anyway, I'll tell you because it's such a long thing. So the 4 annotations are at the rate 1 to 1, at the rate 1 to many, at the rate many to 1, at the rate many to many. So easy. So identifying. I mean, so what you say, self-explanatory. So can anyone tell me here which annotation I should put? One to many, one to one, many to many, or many to one? Yes, please. Answer is one to many. Guys, that I spent so much time, multiple students referring to single course. I said many side of the association pointing to one. So don't give me wrong answer. This is of course many to one. But what I do generally is we see the problem and we fix it so that it stays with you forever. Forever means okay, generally. So you'll not make a mistake. So let us not add the annotation and let's see what Hibernate does. Of course, we are going to add in 2 minutes. There is a annotation many to one and opposite one is what? Which one is the opposite one? Okay, you tell me. What is the annotation I should put over this field? This is one to many. Are you understanding? The course has multiple students. So how do you tell? One to many. This is in front of you and this is your many to one. But let's say what happens if I don't say anything? Of course, the whole thing will fail. But confirm. Don't do anything without confirmation. But before that, open Hibernate configuration XML. And anyone wants to tell me how many mapping entries you have to add? So you know, add mapping and add a comment entries for the entities. Yes, please. You tell me the number. How many mapping entries would be there? Correct answer is very right answer is 2. Base entity is not an entity. It's just a map superclass. So you are absolutely correct. So please add mapping class. There is no such restriction that parent has to come first or child has to come first. You can write it in any sequence. All the entries are going to be read by your session factory when you say new configuration.configure. So pojos dot what was it? Course. And add the similar entry here. Pojos dot student. Tell me when you are done. Oh, got somewhere the error. No, I thought there was an error. It went off. So 2 entries have you added? And please don't add any of one to many or many to one annotation. I want to show you what happens when you don't add the mapping annotations. So which is the test script which we have? Simple one, test Hibernate. Okay, so run test Hibernate and tell me what happened. Did it work? Did it create any table or nothing like? So let's run this. Observe and conclude everything. That is why, guys, I wanted to take it in the lab session and not in the theory session. Because what happens in theory session, only some of you are working along with me, some of you are not. Tell me, what is it? Worked or failed? 100% failed. And what is the exception you get? Hibernate is saying, or JPA, Hibernate-based JPA, whatever is saying, you have not given me sufficient information. So it cannot really create the tables, students table for the column, the mapping column. It doesn't know how to map. Okay. So statement first problem and first solution. If you don't give any mapping based annotations, which are one to one, one to many, many to one, and many to many, what will happen? 100% you will get a exception. Guys, this is all now project side, project tips. So in case in your project, I get a lot of queries during project phase, so I know about it. So if you get mapping exception, trust me, open your pojos and somewhere you must have forgotten the annotation. So first step is clear. If you don't add the annotations, Hibernate, not being a magician, cannot understand you. So now let us apply and then see. So here, go to the any side you can go. Let's go to student side. And I already asked you, which is the annotation you will add here at the rate one to many or many to one? Many students is which side? Many side. So many to one. There's a many to any also. Don't use that. Read many to one. specifies a single valued association to the other entity class that has got many-to-one multiplicity. Okay, so that is what we are exactly wanting. Multiple students going for a one course at many-to-one. But is this sufficient? Not really. You have other side also to map. If it was a unidirectional, okay, over. But we have a bidirectional one. So here, which one you would like to add here? Which annotation? At the rate 1 to many. Added the annotations. Don't run it. Just give me a minute to talk to you. Okay, so now if there is no mapping exception, which won't be, anyone wants to tell me how many tables you expect to see in your database? 2 tables. Which 2 tables, guys? Courses table and students table. Are we all okay? Okay, so just say here. This I told you don't do that. So you can just say show tables here. Currently, there is nothing. These are all our earlier, very basic, very simple tables. Of course, topic tutorials is also one to many, but let's not confuse in that. So now please run it and observe your console. All answers are in the console and tell me how many tables it has created. Actually, oh, I must have messed up. Just a second. Ojos.course. Something I messed up. I must have forgotten something. This is not expected. So it is saying it's not finding. I have forgotten somewhere. Not saved this. I saved this. No, I have some other problem. Just let me check. You also check. You tell me where I have failed. Course. Oh, what is it we did in the course? A hurry kills you, guys. We never added any other annotations, including entity. Okay, so sorry for that. It's good actually. You see a problem and you fix it. That's the best way to learn. So please, I just went in a flow. So at entity, of course. I thought we have done all this, to be very honest. Name, please. I was wondering why it is not able to map it. Courses table. And here, go fast about it. I completely lost it. Name, this is a title. Oh, sorry. Title is good. Length is fine. Maybe it's a course. So let it have this. And let us keep the title, course title, as unique constraint, unique key. And here, let's add the names. I don't want that name. I want a database style name. So let's alter the name of it. Sure, we'll say. Copy pasting problems. Don't keep the same column name twice. The whole thing will blow up. I mean, exception. Start, am I doing correct? Start date, end date. Fees is fine. Capacity is also fine. And we have added this. Okay, I'll wait for you till you catch up. At entity, at table, and some basic annotations. You let me know so that we can run it. Okay, now run the tester again. Watch the console. And tell me now my original question. How many tables were created? How many tables were you expecting to create and how many it has actually created? We were expecting 2. You told me already. But how many it has created? It has created 2. It has created 3 tables. This is where this whole conversation starts getting interesting. So just take a look at this and tell me. Does this sound fine? Absolutely fine. You remember ID, it has inherited from base entity. So cool. So here integer, auto increment, etc. Everything looks fine. Here, this table, what does it sound like? You have database extensive experience. What does it sound like? It's like your link table, pivot table, join table, isn't it? Yes or no? So this table is totally not needed because how are we going to map it in the database world with a foreign key? So this is your extra table, unnecessary additional table, and focus your attention on this and tell me, has it created any foreign key column? Don't answer this. You can check it here, courses table, alter courses table. Those are putting constraints. And let me take you somewhere. Where is it? Yeah. So come here and see. It has added which constraint? A foreign key constraint. Are you getting it? So we already have, okay, if you don't understand from here, you can do it from here. Show tables. So here, take a look at your courses table. This looks absolutely fine. No issues. All this ID has come. And if I say describe, what is that? Students table. It has already got, see the weird name, everything we are going to fix. The moment you say multiplicity, what is it? Which constraint it is? A foreign key. Yes or no? So tell me again, tell me, was there a genuine need? Was there actually any need to create this additional link table? No. When do you require this join table or the link table or whatever you call it, association table? In many to many association. Exactly, Nidhi, you are right. So right now we don't need it. So why Hibernate is creating it? Because, like I said, now the discussion starts getting interesting. Because in a bidirectional association, everyone knows it is a bidirectional association. Hibernate cannot figure it out, which is the owning side, which is the inverse side. We know, we have written it, but Hibernate it is unable to find out. So now additional not annotations, additional properties have to be added. So open my sequence. I've given you somewhere, just a second, okay? You can open. So there is a final line is going to be here. But if I give you this directly, you will never understand what is it and all. So detailed explanation, read this. There is an attribute which you are going to add in the inverse side of the association. So tell me, which is inverse side, student or course? Course is the inverse side because it doesn't have a foreign key. So let me tell you why first it created an additional table. Because looking at our information, just one to many and many to one, Hibernate could not figure out which is the table, which is the side which is owning and which is the inverse. So how do you rectify it? You just add mapped by attribute in the inverse side of association to tell Hibernate whatever follows is the inverse side and the opposite is the owning side. So read. What is it and when it is mandatory? It is only mandatory in a bidirectional association. Let me say this loud, clear, and slowly. Bidirectional associations are definitely more difficult than unidirectional. But they are extensive also. So I'm starting with the complete this and then I'll tell you when to go for bidirectional, when to go for unidirectional, all in the day's time. So it is the attribute of all these annotations. Understood what I've written here? What will happen if you don't add this in one-to-many? You saw just now, additional table, link table, mapping table gets created. Agreeing with me? Okay. So now, let's go in small bits. Where it should appear in the inverse side means in the course side. Now, what should be the value of mapped by? Very, very popular question. Here, this mapped by should point to the name of the property, association property, mapping property, as it appears in the owning side. I know sounds very confusing. So here, first tell me, we are going to add, okay, by the way, sorry. Whole of it is so beautifully described in your Java docs. So open J2E docs and look for annotation one-to-many. Okay, they have given an example also. So I'm going in, I know this is difficult. Difficult means Yeah, difficult. Okay, let's see. Period, difficult. So one-to-many, it is a many-valued association with one-to-many multiplicity. And here, read it twice. You know, when I say read it twice, important. Everything we take it from Java docs, you know that. So, is mapped by attribute required for? Your choices are unidirectional, bidirectional, both or neither. Which type of associations? They have given you clear cut, only in bidirectional. I'm telling you, unidirectional will be like a straightforward thing after taking so many efforts here. Anyway, now second question. Where should this appear? In one-to-many annotation, it will appear as in inverse side, or will it appear in many-to-one? Answer is in one-to-many inverse side. And why don't you look for it? So here, take a look at this. They have given you such a simple example. So look at this. You got a customer class. Can one customer place multiple orders? Simple question. Of course, yes. So what will be the association between customer and orders? One-to-many. Okay. So this is your at one-to-many. Currently ignore cascading. We'll reach there a little later. And here, since it was a bidirectional one, it has added mapped by keyword, mapped by element or mapped by property. And you see the name, I mean, you see the value of it. So here, please, order class is the many side, which is the annotation you have to add many to one. And what is the name of the property there? Customer. So this is what it is. The value of the mapped by must be the name of the property as it appears in the owning side. So if you, I mean, later you can read it in much more detail. I'm just asking you this. Here, this field mapped by defines the owner of the relationship. And it is 100% required unless until you have created a unidirectional, which we have not. So help me. Which class will have the mapped by mapped by property? Course or a student? C or S? Course. So go to the course, and which is the attribute? I have shown you the example also. So it is an attribute of your one-to-many. So many attributes you are going to learn over time. So simply say mapped by. And here, let's see what should be the value. Anyone wants to tell me what should be the value of mapped by? Course is not correct, but you are close to them. Just go closer. Exactly. It should be the name of the property as it appears in the owning side. So that is why, guys, I told you. So, I mean, I took so much time. So this is your owning side. And which is the name of the property? Chosen course. That is why I give always, different names. So come back here. Don't trust your spelling. Do this. Added mapped by. See, it takes me literally. I can explain all the things, or rather I can add all these things in 10 minutes, but you'll never understand why we are doing. So we are going a little slow. Added mapped by. Okay, so one problem will fix at a time. Go to this. Okay, what is it called? Hibernate cannot alter the column. I mean, cannot drop the table additional. So you have to drop the table. So show me your database skills. Tell me which table I'll have to drop first. These are the names of the tables. You don't have to give me the full names. You can give me in short form. I'll understand short form. You understand? I'm going to drop a couple of tables. So which one? Yes. So the join table first. Guys, it is a child table. You cannot delete a parent side table unless until you drop that. Confirm. If you say everything, this is revision of your database concepts as well as Java, whatever. So courses, if I say table, oh, this is another level issue. Where is that? Course table. Oh, I wanted to say courses table. My bad. Anyway, we'll cover it. So drop table. I hope everyone understands. tells you clear cut. Cannot drop this because of that foreign key constraint. It has been referred by this. Okay. Try doing the, I know I'm not wasting whatever, spending too much time here. Still problem, because that link table is like a child table which is coming from both parents. So guys, do it properly. So first you drop that association table. Then you drop the students table, and finally you drop the parent of a students table, which is by mistake I have given course. I'm going to correct it in the next version. Shall I send you this? I don't think anyone needs it. You are DBT expert, but still, I mean. Okay. So now there are no tables here. So you can say show tables. And we are back to square one. So looking at the time required, please. I don't want to call it as course table because multiple courses can be added there. So I just wanted here, and just run the whatever tester and tell me how many tables are created this time, 2 or 3. You should look at this later. I'll not waste your lab time. Yes, correct or wrong? Has finally Hibernate understood you that this is the owning side and this is the inverse side, and there is a foreign key association. So why extra table? Absolutely not required. So you can always go ahead and say courses table as before, students table as before, but that additional table has been dropped. I mean, has not been created. Are we good so far? Trust me on this. Mapped by is a very popular question. All these annotations, attributes are popular. Clear completely? Now, the next level problem. A small problem, but yes, a problem. So here, let me show you. Describe. Oh. Okay. So ID email name looks fine. But tell me, which is this column? This is the column with the foreign key. And is this name programmer supplied or is this name Hibernate generated? Programmer supplied? Absolutely not. I never gave a column name. This has been derived by Hibernate. And you know which policy it uses? You can make out easily. Here, it goes by the name of the property. And you know what it does? It simply appends the name of the primary key. And I have not changed the name here. So that is why that chosen course underscore ID. So if you are happy with that, fine. But to me, this looks very weird. And believe me, when you have got 10 tables in your projects or 10 or 15, I don't know the table count, but when you have a huge ER, this can confuse you. So problem and the solution. I want to supply my own column name for a foreign key column. So which was the annotation to give the name to or to change the name of ordinary column? Add column. So here it is nothing but add join column to indicate that this is nothing but a foreign key column. Okay, so go ahead and do this. Student, and here add join column. This thing, read the pop-up help, specifies the column for joining an entity association. Later, I'll explain the element collection tomorrow. That is later. So foreign key column basically. And here, same thing, name, and always make it meaningful. So this is, let us call it as course ID. So what it means? Okay, forget what it means. I'll ask you a better question. So after we have done it, we are going to again drop the tables and all that, because it's better to start from scratch. Can anyone tell me which all columns will be created in the student? I'm asking you a question. Which columns you expect to see in the students table after this, after we drop the tables and all? So you're, okay, let me see what you're answering. ID, name, email, course ID, perfect. So then I don't have to waste time in explanation. So please drop all these tables. I don't have that link table now, but I still have the students and this courses table now I have. And here, run the tester again and check whether Hibernate has understood our instructions. And you will see that either you check it from here or here. Tell me, is the name of the foreign column, foreign key column changed as per our? Now I can say it is programmer supplied. Earlier somebody was saying it is programmer supplied. It wasn't. It was as per the default naming strategy of Hibernate. Now we have overridden it as per our thing. Still understanding it? Not feeling lost? Tomorrow morning anyway, when you are fresher, I will revise, promise. But the point is right now, let's get it, done. So at least something will achieve. So this is your basic. This is your basics done. Now, so now we are ready to start solving certain objectives. So both the tables are like empty. So it is high time we populate. So here, now is that later. So let us start identifying simple objectives, and through the objectives, we will do the learning. Okay. So first objective is, should I admit the student first or should I launch the course first? Child record or parent record? Obvious question, dumb question. Of course, parent record. So that is that in that sequence I have written. So we are solving the first of one of these objectives. So tell me, the moment I do this, which are the layers which are created so far? You got a tester, you got Pojo, utils and all. So which is the next layer we will be building, guys? A DAO layer. Do you want to mix up course DAO and student DAO together, or you want to keep it separate? Of course, separation. So now this kind of requirement, of course, you are right in the DAO layer. Which DAO should I write for this? Course DAO or whatever that, student DAO? Of course, course DAO. So start with iCourse DAO and let us add a method. It's a DML, insert, right? So string, I can say launch new course. And anyone wants to tell me what will be the argument? Yes, please. The input for this. What will be the input? Course. Will it be a transient or persistent or detached or removed? Of course, a transient course. Everyone understands it now. We have spent enough time on core concepts. It is high time we move on. So of course it is I just wrote it so that you will remember. Hibernate exceptions and all that. So let's create it immediately and write the simple testers for it. Okay, so in DAO, it was an empty DAO so far. Let's start with an interface. iCourse and let's add a method here with a comment. Control-Shift-O to fix the imports. Add new method. Insert new course details, something. Insert itself is this. Anyway. 100% clear so far? No confusion, no ambiguity? Okay. So now this is the easiest. This doesn't involve any relationships, nothing. So what will be the, okay, I'm just asking you. So in a minute, we'll write the DAO implementation class. No constructor, no state, no cleanup. So we'll directly we'll start the CRUD method. Please copy that Hibernate DAO template. So we will not waste a minute unnecessarily. And you just tell me which is the session API you want us to use. That is the only question. And then we'll work parallel. Which is the session API? Which is the session method you want to use? Persist is a very right answer. I was hoping you will say persist because you have 4 options: save, persist, save or update, and what was that? Merge. So let us use the safest. Safest in the sense best one. So now you do work parallelly. You don't need my instructions and all that. In today's help, I have already given you that template. Anyone can just have a look at it. What was that? Java EE 11 data, the 11 help, and Hibernate DAO template. Keep it open and copy paste it anytime you require it. Do it on your own. It should take you a minute, not more than that. Course now NPL implements course now. And nothing here. So just, no additional stuff, thankfully. Copy that boilerplate code, which anyway will go away the moment we enter Spring Hibernate integration after a couple of days. Import static. You have to write that much. Utils, Hibernate utils, get factory. And you say Control-Shift-O. Be careful. Don't pick up Java is not transaction. You don't know what it is. org.hibernate.transaction. If you pick up everything from org Hibernate APIs. And manage it. One-liner. What is that one-liner? Session assist. In goes the transient one, which becomes here persistent, and a record will be inserted at this point. And I want to have a message. Launch new course with ID. Persist method doesn't return you serializable ID, but guys, this what is that? Transient has become now persistent, right? So I can always access that from that persistent. So the name could be little confusing. So here at this point, your transient Pojo, transient course Pojo has become persistent. If you get confused in the names, you can change it to just course or whatever. Okay. And you will have an inherited method from that base entity, get ID. And write a one-liner kind of a, not one-liner, okay, couple of liners tester. I'll send you this tester. I will send you all the time because I don't want you to waste time. You spend good quality time in Pojo and DAO. That is more than important. Accept the course details. From user. And refer to the constructor. So all this thing has to come from the user. You can do it in one line also. You can do it in multiple lines. Next, there's no enum here I've used, but I've given you enough practice of enums, I guess. And you can import that. Time dot local date dot parse, so that here it will be less. I'll send you this in a minute. Next, and the fees are double, primitive double. There's no wrapper and all here required. Next double, and the capacity is integer. Okay. So this is your transient Pojo, which exists only in heap, not in L1 cache, not in database. So now you call that DAO layer method. Oh, we don't have the DAO layer. Let's create a DAO layer. Instance. and simply call the method. And let's see what happens. I'll send you this in a minute. Let me just test it quickly so as to look for basic mistakes if there are any. So if I say, for example, Java start date, I'm just giving any value, so don't take it literally. No validations I'm doing. Let's say 1 month course, something, fees, and the capacity. And let me just check. Course is added, yes. So now let me send you, I'll create a whole zip and send you so that nobody should be lagging behind. A11.2. Whenever you take this, just edit that Hibernate configuration XML. Don't take that at all. And you let me know whenever you complete this much. I'm telling you sincerely, don't waste your time in writing the tester. Tester doesn't do any value addition. Tester is nothing but a test case, soon to be replaced by JSP Java Bean, or actually not JSP Java Bean, but something like Spring MVC and all that. So don't waste your precious time. DAO and Pojo, type it out thoroughly, fully, with understanding. Tester you can just copy. Anyway, I'll just wait here and maybe I can launch another course in the meantime. So anytime you say my course is having the white spaces, let's say full stack and with a space, then you change that sc.next to sc.next line. Currently, since I said sc.next, I have to limit myself, but I can say, some separator. Full stack, maybe Mun. Something. I currently have to do all this because I've not said sc.next line. So fees and some capacity, let's say 100. So add a couple of courses so that we are good to go. And if you want the course details anytime, here is the more data, sample data. Let me know whenever you are done. We'll do the next part. Done. Very good, Sumit. Let's wait for others also. Once again, I'm insisting, do not waste time in writing a tester. Copy the testers which I've supplied. Write the DAO and Pojos properly. Okay, can I continue or does anyone want me to wait? Just type your wait and I'll wait for you. In case you want it, I mean. Wait, okay, Omkar, waiting. Others, start looking at the next requirement. And whenever people finish, we will continue to that student admission. But not before everyone has done the basic part. Guys, you have to tell me whenever you're done. Oh, Omkar is saying done. Anybody else wants me to wait? Done? Okay, so can we continue with the discussion, guys? I'm just discussing, I'm not yet writing. So the next part, my course is ready. So it is time to admit the students. Okay. So this all will be replaced by a GUI. I mean, yeah, request and response and all. If you take it up and integrate it. So the point is, what are the inputs you will require for student admission? Of course, the student details. Purposefully I have kept it small, otherwise it becomes too much. But in addition to that, you can visualize. I hope you can visualize. You can visualize a drop-down list. Okay, let me say this. Student admission form, where the input type text, name, input type email, and you can think of the drop-down list, which has all the course titles. You remember in topics we had done that. Understanding or not understanding? Got me? So today I don't have a drop-down list. So let us take a course name from the user. And what is the expectation? Always have your expectations in front. And then we will try to achieve it. So what I want is student details should be, okay, you should also understand. So where the record should be added after this? Courses table or students table? Obvious dumb question. Students table. And it should also be linked with a foreign key. Got me? Is the expectation correct? And the great part of it is we are not actually adding any foreign key and all. Let's see what happens, and then we can always figure it out. So this is also extremely interesting point. So we are writing, this is a student admission. So I'll put it in a student now. Actually, yeah, let's separate. And here something like this, admit new student. So the course name, or you can have course ID. Here I'm going for course name. Course name means course title, which is pretty unique. And the whole student details. Today I have got only 2 fields. Later in the actual project and all, you might have 20 details. So encapsulating it in this. So quick question. Are you all clear about the interface method? Okay. Now, can you tell me how will you write? I mean, what API will you use? This is what is real. CRUD anyone can manage any day. But managing associations, because which is what you are going to require in your projects, is a real deal. Coming back, tell me. So you are now imagine the DAO layer, DAO implementation class. Your boilerplate code, all that is done. So you just tell me what is it, what kind of a code you expect to write in this. What session API, which session API you want to use? Tell me that. Merge. What about merge? I mean, why suddenly you took off to merge? I don't know. I mean, I would justify. Yogesh, you can always unmute yourself and tell me that this is why I thought of merge. I might accept it because I don't see the thinking behind. Okay, let me ask you, what kind of a transition will it be for a student? What will be the student object state? Quickly. A transient. So transient to persistent, which is the one we decided, which is easy, is persist. Okay, so I would have talked about persist. But guys, if you try to persist, okay, anyway, let's just try it and you observe and conclude, and then you'll see. Anyone wants to tell me, when you say persist, will there be any problem or no problem? Anyone can guess? Not getting any guesses. Okay, fine. No issues. It's fine. Absolutely fine. Let's create a student DAO. You can copy from here, or okay, you can write that much. If you want, you can copy this line as the method declaration. Create a DAO layer. Observe and conclude. So DAO, new interface. Control-Shift-O. And a new method for student admission. Okay. So let's write a implementation class, which is so easy. There's no connection. There is no PST. There's no open connection, close connection. All those things we have already left behind with JDBC. So directly come to student DAO IMPL implementing I student DAO, and let's get started. So copy that boilerplate code. Okay, there's a message here. Oh, string message, I mean. And here, return that message, which we will toggle upon success. Again, you can just copy those imports. Just now we wrote that course down. You can copy all these imports so that you don't have to type it again. Okay, so all the errors are gone. And here, let's just try something. Let's see whether anyone figures it out. Session.persist s. Transient to persistent. And here, you can add a message here, maybe. Change the message to student admission success or successful, maybe. And return that message. Anyone wants to see anything? Problem or no problem? It causes because of course ID, which is not null. Okay, Kunal, you are there, but you are not exactly there. Rephrase your statement. It will be a problem because the course ID we are not setting at all. Are you getting it? We have not taken help of this course name at all. So let's just go ahead and observe what happens. And as always, we'll step back and we'll see. We'll try to figure it out. So let's create a tester. I hope you are all this. I'm purposefully showing you mistakes so that you will not make it and your focus will be clear. So let's add. Okay, I was thinking. So I'll say student admission. And here, I won't require the student course DAO. I'll require the student DAO. Okay, and here, enter. Now stick to this. So what I want is course name and student details. So I'll take it in different lines. Enter the course name. Guys, we are simply not making use of this fact at all. And of course, it will affect us in the insertion of a record. So I'll simply say or I can do it in one line. Can I? Yeah, there's no white spaces. I'm not taking any white spaces. I told you already. So let me get rid of this. And I'll say here. If you don't understand the tester part, which I hope you'll understand, ask me question. Let's see here. Next. And here, I was just thinking. Okay. Student. I was thinking whether to inline it or not, whether to do it in 2 lines or 1 line. Name and the email ID. And we are having this. So here, one more. Okay. So like I said, your whole attention should be on the DAO layer and never on the tester. Next line, of course not. What are you saying? This. Do we add a white space in email ID? If you had said in the name, I would have accepted Shubham. So forget about come out of that next and next line. It's a small thing. Anytime you can change the code to next line. So focus on bigger things. Bigger things such as mappings and Hibernates and all. So 11.2. Where is it? Student DAO implementation I've sent you. And I'm also sending you the latest tester in case you did not type it. Admission. Changing it to one word to one line is the easiest thing. I mean, that's not my concern currently at all. So let's see which course I have. I've got Java here. And then I'm taking that other thing. What is it? Oh, I forgot. I should have also, I'll have to now check whether the name is first or email is first in the constructor, name and email. So email doesn't have a white space. So are you seeing any exceptions here? No exceptions. But open the database and tell me problem or no problem. I hope you were expecting this problem. So you have got rest of the things done fine. But guys, what about the foreign key? In short, are these linked or not linked? There is no link here. So I have to highlight the problem and then only you will understand it. Is everyone clear with the problem? There is no exception. So I don't know what this one somebody was saying earlier. No exception, but simply Hibernate has failed to link the foreign key. What is it? Referencing to this. And how can you blame Hibernate? You cannot blame Hibernate because, guys, you never told Hibernate that which course you want to link to. Okay, let me say this in a simple manner. Is the problem at least clear? What is the problem? Foreign key is null. Got me? Simple problem, simple statement. Now let us, step back. And I said, how can you blame Hibernate? You have given this thing, less information. So please open quickly student DAO implementation class and tell me, have you made any use of this fact that to this particular course, having this particular course name, a link has to be established? You have or you haven't? Answer is you haven't. So think and answer. If it comes from you, it is always the best. Otherwise, I'm always there to answer. So I'm telling you, okay, I'll give you a clue. Don't think in database such as foreign key, primary key. Think in object world and see how you link it. So that is my clue. I don't know whether it is helpful at all. You try it out. Suggest something. We'll check. Give me anything, whatever you think. Like how to do this linking or how should I proceed or whatever. Give me some clue, some hint. Yeah, Viraj, it is a hazard. So yes, Akash, S dot, okay, caller setter. Okay, caller setter. Okay, let me say this. Yogesh, you are wrong. You are still thinking in database. Your answer itself tells me. So people want me to call a setter. Agreed, accepted. So here, should I just call this setter before persist or after persist? Simple question I'm asking. Before or after? After persist. After persist, you want to do that. Guys, you have a student to save. So first you establish that relationship and then call the persist method. Generally, I get this answer correct. Okay, of course, before. It may not matter in the long run, but logically speaking this. So people were saying, Yogesh, for example, you told me, set course ID. You are still thinking in what? Thinking in this thing. What is it called? Database. Do I have the foreign key as a course ID? Or which is the setter you want me to call? You have to call this setter, set chosen course. And what should be added here? Foreign key course ID or something else. Should I pass your foreign key course ID? I can't. The method requires something else. What should I pass? Quickly. A course type of reference. Are you understanding or not? Here, just take a cursor here and you'll see it requires you the course type of reference. So now do reverse engineering. I have given you, or other user has given you, this is the course I want to enroll in. So can anyone tell me from course name, how will I get the course type of reference? Wrong answer, Girish. Course name is given and I want to get the persistent course reference from that. Guys, we have spent 3 days in basic Hibernate. Yes, please. What should I use? See, this is what happens. Course title is not the primary key. You have to use the JPQL. Give me the JPQL and let's see whether you're doing it properly at all. Because once you tell me the JPQL, I'll know. Or okay, at least give me some clue. Create query and all is a part later JPQL. I want a JPQL first. Okay, will you hit the query on courses table, course Pojo or this? Girish, no, I still think you are off track totally. Where you want to fire the query? Give me the first half, not the second half. Guys, if I ask you, okay, select course ID. No. You are not, you are still Prashant into. There's customer name, customer and all this. No, guys. Disappointing little bit. Here, you want to fire the query on the courses table where in goes the course name and you are getting the details. Here, you require the entire course details. So I'll write it in a proper and quick manner, looking at the whole day, long day. So get persistent course Pojo reference, course Pojo from the course name. After doing these things, this thing, I was expecting, in short, a correct answer. So here, guys, you are where you're going taking off. I don't understand. This is the query to be fired on the courses table. I mean, course Pojo. Select C from course C. Where clause. So where C dot. Let's see title. I think I'm calling. Let me just see the property. Yeah. So property name is title. So C dot title, revise properly equal to something, colon title or something. I can see course name or whatever. Are you understanding it? It was an easy question, not a difficult question at all. So this is it. And then I can have the course. You have, see guys, you're still thinking in database. I get it. Because you're thinking in foreign key. Leave that mapping business to Hibernate. You just make it proper in the in the object world and let Hibernate worry about it. So I'll say course C is equal to, and at least this should be easy. We have done it again with user, but so many times. Create query, single argument query or 2 argument query, guys. 1 argument or 2 arguments? 2 arguments because it's a select query. And here you give in the JPQL. And what is it you are lifting? Course.class. I mean, the type of the Pojo is course.class. Is there a parameter to set? Yes. Set parameter. The name of the parameter is, suppose I say name. And here, user is giving you the course name. Course name, I mean, course title. And then get single result or get result list. It's a title is unique. So get single result. Haven't we done this so many times since yesterday? Now tell me, when the control comes to next line, tell me, what does it imply? Okay, forget the question. Null checking or not null checking. We'll just finish it and we'll stop because I think you need a refresh. I mean, you need a break basically. It has been a long day. Null checking required or not? 100% not, because the get single result method throws you which exception? If the record is not found, no result exception. So here, control coming to the next line indicates, implies valid course name. Valid course name, or you can say course title. Maybe this is also causing the confusion. And okay, so we have got it. And now tell me, What should you assign here? What should be the argument here? The C. So are you understanding the statement I have been making for last 3 days? You take care of object world properly. You just worry about object world. Today is the first thing I'm having the joins means relationships and all, and Hibernate will manage the rest. But okay, so this will work, 100% it will work. But now answer one question. Here, which relationship are we setting? Which, okay, no, sir, forget this, wrong wording. Which link we are establishing? I'll give you the question in writing. Which link are we establishing here? Your choices are course to student, or the other one, or S2. Yes, please. Let's see. Student to course. Very right. So now answer the next thing. Are we developing this as a unidirectional relationship or bidirectional? Unidirectional we are developing. After saying that bidirectional so many times, guys, I know it could be a little exhausting by the end of the day. So you are giving me very wrong answers. Guys, everywhere I've said it's a bidirectional. From course I can access student, from student I can access course. So here, this is what is student to course. So as a golden rule of associations, you can't just do one type of link. You have to establish the reverse link also. Reverse means this is reverse, but so add student reference in the course. So I'm not asking you a question because I know, I mean, it is little this. So here, what is the type of the data? What is the generic type of that collection? List. So here, see what I'm doing. I did not ask. I don't want to ask you questions. So I'm saying C dot get students. So this question I'm going to ask you. So if I'm doing the first student admission, which is happening here, what will C dot get students return? Null, empty array list, or populated one? You seriously require a break because we have said this in writing. Tell me again, what is it is going to return? Empty array list. Okay, so here you won't have, you won't be suffering the null pointer. Remove that and 100% you'll get it there. We don't want it. So here, everyone knows there is an add method, good old collection framework. And what you are adding is your student reference. So now again, the same answer, same question. Please tell me. Which link are we establishing here? Yes, please. Course to student. Okay. Now, so we are balancing. We are making the relationship fields proper. In course, we added the student reference. In student, we added the course reference. So actually, I mean, there is a step there. I mean, there's a convenience and all that, but later I'll do that. So let's do this. And please do something. Do we want this entry with the null field? I don't know about you. I don't want it. So I'll say delete from students table. Okay. So my table is empty. So when, if it works, which is the, what is it called? Which is the value of the ID it will pick up, 1 or 2. I said, if at all it works, when I run this query again, when I run this, which is the value of the ID it is going to pick up 2, does not matter. So don't, like I was telling, I think Shubham, that sc.next line, 2 basic issues. We are not concerned there. Likewise, whatever may be the ID, we are not concerned. Let Hibernate and database generate it. We are anyway going to give it to the user as it is generated. So don't worry about this. And as usual, let me just run this once. Let me just check. We have added a course into student and student into course. Yes. So let's try this. Oh, I lost. I should have kept the data, doesn't matter. Any this. You can't choose the course name which doesn't exist. It will throw you out, no result exception. So here, and some student name, I guess, name and email. So as you can see, this is thanks to your JPQL. This is your insertion. Tell me, working or not working in a full-fledged manner. Okay. So all Hibernate needed from us was setting up the link in the object world. And the moment you establish the link in the object world, it automatically figured it out, found out the primary key, and we did not have to. If you remember, guys, our topics tutorial case study, which we had solved in the first week, I had to actually take it from the database and from that selected topic name, and I had to assign. Here, everything is done by Hibernate. First day, any new concept is difficult. So you might be thinking that, okay, it was so easy in JDBC. Over time, you get used to it. So, of course, this is where we are stopping. And because like, of course, there are a lot of things, cascading, orphan removal, tons of things are remaining, but we will do it all tomorrow morning when you are fresher. So just go through all this. I have written in complete detail this part as well as the other problems, cascading. So many things I've written in the sequence, which I have already given it to you. So go through that. And tomorrow, definitely we are going to continue with a proper revision. And this thing, what revision, what is it called? I'm not going to revise the earlier parts, but I'm going to revise 100% your relationship onwards. I won't agree to the speed, Mohammed. This, I did not do it in a fast manner at all. Of course, Ankit, don't tell me that. Of course, I do that every day. Why you're saying this? This wasn't a speed issue. This is an understanding issue, to be very honest. I showed you step by step the problems and we solved it. No, it's okay. I mean, you can always voice out your opinions. I'm all here for this. Yeah. So get used to it. And tomorrow, when we go from one to many and many to one, of course, you will find it a lot easier over time. So first thing is I'm immediately making a zip and sending you the modified whatever all this, but I'll just create a zip here and send you in 2 minutes. I'll gather all the things, updated readmes and all, and upload it on Google Drive. What did I delete? Okay, I thought I deleted something wrong. 2 seconds. So, but I definitely expect you don't do anything extra, but revision of one to many and many to one said so far. And hopefully, because are you saying, okay, let me say something, counseling. Wait a second. I need the attention. Okay. So are you saying that in your project, all you will have is a standalone tables, or will you have related tables, joint tables and all? Of course, you will require joint tables. So today, if you take efforts, 100% you will be able to, you just require, I'll tell you how I advise my freshers. You draw a proper database level ER diagram, and then it will take you, I won't undermine it by saying 1 day or this, okay, couple of days, 1 or 2 days to represent it in the database, in the Pojo world. So keep your ER diagram ready. And over time, as we progress, we have time till end of this month or maybe 1st or 2nd Feb. You can always discuss separately, not in this, because that will waste the theory session time. But you can always show me your ER diagram later, and I can give you advice that what kind of Pojos, what kind of relationships you can add. So that is more than sufficient. Aman, there is hardly in the flow of code. You don't mean I'll revise. I already said the relationship part 100% we are going to discuss tomorrow. So that will be all. I'm logging off. Anytime you feel fresher, I mean, you need a break, I know that. So revise using sequence document the lab instruction document and the code. See you tomorrow when you are a little more fresher. That will be all. Finally.